I'm getting very annoyed with myself. Okay, ready, George? I'm in Madrid and I'm meeting with the CEO and the Managing Director of J.P. Morgan Mobility Payment Solutions, Rob Abrams. He's meeting me at the oldest pastry shop in Madrid so we can grab a coffee and a treat before we drive to this beautiful viewpoint, Templo de Debod.
Templo de Debod.
That. It's a 2,200-year-old structure that was gifted to Spain from Egypt. How's that for history? We thought it'd be fun to go back in time as we talk about the future of payments. So, buckle up and join the ride. I went off script there. I don't know what that was. Okay, so we're going to get a coffee.
I need some.
We need coffee.
Yes.
Yep. We need the puff pastry. That's the famous.
I've heard I have to.
Exactly. This place is famous and they are closed. What do we do?
You promised me coffee.
I know, I'm sorry. I promised him coffee. I promised him a puff pastry.
Okay, next option?
I suppose we just go to the temple right now. We're going to a temple. Should we just go straight there or what do you think?
Yeah, let's try it, I guess. All right, we'll find something on the way. You're good.
I can't believe this. We're gonna have to come back here at some point.
Please.
Yeah.
I need it.
We're gonna dive into a little bit of mobility payments talk, okay? So now we tried to hit the history and now we're gonna start talking about the future, right?
Sounds good.
Can you break it down, pretend that you're talking to my Nana and you're trying to put it in the most simple terms.
Okay.
What does JP Morgan Mobility Payment Solutions do for its customers? And then also for the end consumer, put the people in the picture.
It's the right question to ask because we always get, it's too complicated, but it really isn't at the end of the day. It's the car becomes the same thing as your wallet. So instead of a credit card, instead of you writing a check if you're in various parts of the US or whatever, your car just does it for you. And so it integrates with some cool technology to pay for stuff. That's the simplicity in it. The complexity obviously is, it's a little more hard, more complex than that, of all the things you need to, pay for.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's make it simple and let it pay for things.
Are you telling me that we're going to be able to, drive through Starbucks and your car just automatically pays for your coffee as opposed to you having to get your card or your phone out,
That's the first question I actually originally asked was, are we just talking about driving and getting your coffee?
Yeah.
Which I love coffee and I like a good coffee and I'm a good coffee snob.
Sure.
And yeah, I can do that, sure. But you can already do that from your phone. So, all right, but drive up to the car wash and it just opens up and it knows that you like the high-end wax and I don't. So depending on who's driving the car, it just opens up, it pays for itself and it goes through.
That's amazing.
Parking, we're in Madrid, so I'm not even sure what it is to find a parking space because it's super hard.
It's hell, that's what it is.
But why do I need to then go find the meter, find if I have a €0.50 coins? And literally I was in this little town in Germany a couple weeks ago and the meter only took coins.
Right.
And it's like, I don't have any coins.
No.
And if you go to the ATM, you're not getting coins either.
Right.
So, all right, so my choice is try to find somewhere else or hope that I'm not going to get a ticket for staying here. Exactly. Not going to say which I did. Yeah. But the car should be able to talk to quote, the parking meter and just pay the parking meter and have it come through. It already knows who you are. It has the license plate. It has the vehicle. Just pay for the parking. Make it easy on me. So, of course, the tolling, driving through the freeway instead of taking out coins, still half the places you have to pull over and put your credit card up against the reader.
Right.
All right, but if the car has your credit card, can it just magic send it?
Right.
So we're talking any of that, and then the possibilities are endless.
In you guys' mind and in your vision of the future, the perfect future, what would that seamless experience look like for the end consumer and then also for the OEM or the car manufacturer as well?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, if you don't think about payments, I'm sort of successful. So you don't think about, okay, do I have to get my card out? Do I have to get my phone out? How many apps do I actually have to use in order to pay for this? That it just, like, I can focus on the trip and where I want to experience that road trip. I want to get to work. I want to do whatever. And it just works. And that's successful. I sort of think of us, and we are to a large extent, as still a fintech within a bank. And it brings the best of the bank because we can do things that none of those other players in the fintech space can do.
Right.
So when you start thinking about, okay, we can either bring your working capital to the table to take the assets, off balance sheet if you need them. We can provide the liquidity solution, the cash pooling for the treasurer to make sure it's optimized, along with all of the vehicles in the fleet and then paying for them or whatever it is. It's a complete ecosystem end to end. So you can take the whole supply chain and put it within one payments ecosystem.
That's amazing.
So you get some nice efficiencies. It's good financially for the company, and it reduces their cost and keeps it simple. Yeah.
Incredible. And you have a lot of relationships with those OEMs already, right? So it
Correct.
almost feels like a natural progression.
It is. It gives them good visibility. It helps make it easier for them. And end of the day, then we can plug in once and it goes to multiple. And then the nice thing would be eventually if the consumer had the exact same experience, right? Making it easy regardless of the vehicle that they actually jump into.
Well, what do you want the OEMs who are listening to walk away having remembered from this conversation today?
I think when we bring collaborations, like Cassie and J.P. Morgan to the table, we can do the integration, we do the payment things, focus on the car and bringing brand, value, bringing the people to stay in the brand. That's what they want to love about you. Let us do the stuff behind the scenes that should be behind the scenes.
Right. That ultimately strengthens the brand experience.
That also strengthens, keeps them there, makes it easy, so they actually enjoy the vehicle that they're driving, enjoy the data they're getting from the vehicle. Yeah. Make it simple.
Yeah, make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
Exactly. Not calling me stupid, but thank you. Appreciate it.
I would never.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's go see the temples.
All right, cool.
Not a bad view, huh?
Nah, it's gorgeous.
Worth the drive up?
Worth the drive up. I got us here safe.
You did a good job. Well done.
Thanks.
Well
appreciate
worth
it,
the
but
drive.
well worth it. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you for joining me, Rob.
No, I appreciate you having me. This has been fun.
Very
Thanks.
cool. Amazing. Like that? That's all we need?